looking for the class of this appliance. I can see that it's got the square on there, so I know it's a class 2, and importantly it's only got 2 pins, so it's got to be a class 2. I can see it's all plastic. But anyway, what we're interested in the wattage. So every appliance will have a wattage on it. This one here says it's between 1800 and 2000 watts, so that's 2 kilowatts. So let's work on that calculation there, 2000 watts. So if we've got 2000 watts, that's my power. I know that P equals I times V, so I equals P over V, so I can divide that by 230 volts, and that will give me the current. Okay, so this is just a rough calculation. I don't need to get my calculator out, but I know that 1 kilowatt is approximately 4 amps, so 2 kilowatts is approximately 8 amps. The reason I do this step first is I can then check that I've got a plug that's rated for 8 amps. I know this is a 10 amp plug, and if I could read, but if I look carefully on here, it'd be rated at 10 amps. And all the switch gear and all this is rated at 10 amps, so I know that's fine. I can then take that one step further, and I can then work out my resistance, because I know V equals I times R, so R equals V over I. So I'm going to work out my resistance so that I can then measure the load of this and just make sure it is roughly around 2000 watts. I turn the switch on and measure the resistance here, and it should be 230 volts divided by the 8 amps will give me, these are all rough calculations, I'm not using a calculator, 230, so that's about 30 to 40 ohms. So I'm going to put my meter across here, I'm going to look for 30 to 40 ohms, I'm going to turn the on off switch on if it's got one, it has, and I'm going to check that the switch works as well, 30 and 40 ohms. So these are the kind of calculations we do. As you can see, we don't have to do them really accurate, we just want to be giving an indication. I like to work out the current first so I can check the rating of things, and then I take that down and I work out the voltage. There is a shortcut. You can use this formula, because then I can go R equals V squared over P, and I can go straight to the resistance and wind up with 30 to 40 ohms. Problem with that is I like to do it this way because I work out my current on my way. It's just that extra step I can do on the way through.